Hi, we're now going to look at the 8 biomes from around the world. But before we do that, we need to understand about the equator. The equator is an imaginary line that goes around the middle of the Earth. That kind of separates the northern half and the southern half of our world. From that, we need to understand what latitude means. Latitude is how far north or south of the equator you are. Now, we tend to divide this into 3 main areas: 30 degrees north or south of the equator, 60 degrees north or south, or 90 degrees. So let's look at it in real context. So, the equator, middle of the Earth, is 0. The North Pole is 90 degrees north of the equator. So you can see that there is a 90-degree line. Nice bit of geometry coming into it. The same applies for 90 degrees south. It takes us to the South Pole. You then have 30 degrees, 60 degrees, but latitude isn't done on just those numbers. It goes from 1 to 90. What you've got to picture in your mind is that the degree angle correlates to where it is on the Earth. So 30 degrees, 60 degrees, and then 90 degrees. Understanding latitude will become apparent in these next few slides. Okay, so tropical rainforest. Giveaway, rainforest has rain in the title, so there's going to be a lot of rain. It is found between 0 degrees on the equator and 23.5 degrees north and south of the equator. So those are the lines of latitude, so between the equator and 23.5 degrees north and south. It's hot and wet all year round. It is rich in biotic. In other words, it's rich in fauna and flora. Okay, it's rich in plants and animals. Now let's try and link those two together. So, plants, flora, animals, fauna, biotic, all the living things. And that comes from the video we just watched. However, in the rainforest, the actual soil quality is very poor. So yes, there are a lot of plants and there's a lot of trees, but actually the soil quality is not very good. Next one we're going to look at is tropical grassland. Giveaway, grassland, there's got to be a lot of grass. It is found between 5 and 15 degrees north and south of the equator. It is hot with a wet and a dry season. Unsurprisingly, it's mainly grass, but a few trees have been adapted to survive in that environment. The next one is a desert. We all know a desert, it's hot, it's sandy. It is found between 15 and 30 degrees north and south of the equator. It is very hot and dry, unsurprisingly. There are not many plants, unsurprisingly. And there is a lot of sand, which is quite sandy. Next one we're going to look at is the Mediterranean. It is found between 30 and 40 degrees north and south of the equator. It has hot, dry summers and warm, wet winters. The plant life is mainly shrubs. Plants that tend to be no more than 2.5 meters, and the plants are adapted for a summer drought. In other words, it doesn't get any rain for a couple of weeks. In the UK, we have a drought if we haven't had rain for 2 weeks. The next one is a deciduous forest. Important thing about a deciduous forest means it loses its leaves in winter. It is found between 40 and 60 degrees north and south of the equator. It has cool summers and mild winters, and there is rain throughout the year. Deciduous means lose their leaves in winter. You then have temperate grassland, found between 40 and 60 degrees north and south of the equator. They have warm summers and very cold winters, but they actually tend to have not that much rainfall, and it is mainly a grassland vegetation. The next one is coniferous forest or taiga. Now this one, coniferous, means they keep their leaves all year round. It is found 60 degrees north of the equator, and it is only found 60 degrees north. It's not found in the southern hemisphere. It has long cold winters and short mild summers. So please remember, coniferous trees keep their leaves all year round and they don't get much rainfall. Bit of snow, but not that much rain. The next one is tundra. It is found in 70 degrees north of the equator. So again, just like coniferous forest, the tundra is only found in the northern hemisphere. It is below freezing for most of the year and the ground is permanently frozen and it has a lot of snow. So the thing about it, by being permanently frozen, means the roots can't really grow, so you're not going to have many trees, so the shrubs tend to be very small. Okay, 2 things I'll suggest. 1, watch the video a couple of times because I have counted through it. Secondly, create this mind map of the key words with biomes. As you can see, I've divided it into its 4 main climate zones, and then I've put a kind of description as to which each of the biomes are, and there are 8 biomes. Again, what I've kind of done is add a little bit of comedy, so with temperate, with a warm temperate, the Mediterranean, to the beach. For the tropical desert, I've kind of put, I'm so dry. And of course, deciduous, what I've put on there is I lose my leaves in winter, to act as a reminder. Go on, have a go at trying a mind map.